That was clearly on key. Okay, now I'm in the Halo mood.
Alright. Hey guys, what's up? 7step here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about why Halo is dead.
Yeah, sadly.
At least for us.
I know we're laughing and all, but yeah, it is actually sad. But yeah, Halo's kind of dead for us now, sadly.
Unfortunately, yeah. The Halo games just aren't being made for us anymore.
No, they're being made for a new generation of fans, and that's fine. Lots of people are gonna like them and stuff, and I welcome anyone who are fans of Halo 5 to the Halo community, even though we made a video talking about why the Halo community sucks. But yeah,
But it's kind of weird to see your favorite franchise reveal a new game and feel completely apathetic to it. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, like a few days after Halo Infinite, I forgot about it.
Yeah. It's so forgettable, and I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
As of today, it was recently revealed that it will be delayed, which is nice. And again, because we're Halo fans, we're gonna get it. But it's just I can have fun with it, I'm guessing, but I mean I don't want to.
It won't be Halo.
I don't want to go into a game thinking, "Oh, I can have fun in it." You shouldn't go into a game thinking, "Oh, I can have fun." You should be going into a game thinking, "This is going to be fun."
Yeah, and it's
especially Halo.
Yeah, I could play it. I could have fun, but it won't be Halo to me anymore.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. There's almost nothing they could do. It's short of just returning the franchise to what I want that could make me feel like I'm playing Halo again.
Yeah, and sure, you may think, oh, well, they return the classic art style. Yeah, we
don't really care that much.
I mean, I'm happy they changed it. It looks really good. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the art style is good.
but not the graphics. Hopefully that gets fixed because they delayed it.
Extra time. But yeah, I mean, the art style is great. Yeah, sure, it's feeling a lot more like Halo. It's a lot more like Halo than the previous two games for sure. But
gameplay just doesn't look like Halo. It's not what I want.
Yeah. All right. So we should get this clear. We should make this clear right now. We're gonna go everything that we think makes a Halo game for us. A Halo game.
The gameplay, number one thing.
That's the number one thing. Art style is third or fourth, maybe even fifth. But
yeah.
It's up there still, but it's still down there. All right. The gameplay. What we want from the gameplay? Just classic. No sprint. No ADS. Besides a few weapons.
No sprint, no ADS, no clamber.
No clamber, no thruster packs, no stuff like that.
Pretty much anything else, as long as you have that core gameplay, I'd probably be fine with pretty much anything else. Any kind of wacky equipment, as long as it's balanced.
Yeah, we just want no sprint, no ADS on most guns. Obviously, ADS on the battle rifle.
Yeah,
duh.
That's not ADS. That's aim down scope as opposed to aim down sight.
But we're talking about everything you can aim down the assault rifle, you can aim down sights on the Magnum, you could do all that stuff. No, we just mean on stuff with scopes and stuff like that. We don't want clamber just
and
kind of
hit
ruins
markers
the game.
and all these
we don't want hit
generic
markers.
Mechanics that every game has.
We just want the classic gameplay from Halo CE, Halo 2, and Halo 3. And I know what you're thinking. There's the people out there who are like, oh, you just want Halo 3 remade every year. No, we don't. We want you to branch out.
We just want that classic gameplay.
Yeah, we just want that classic
anything else, you can do pretty much anything you want with it.
Literally, if you gave me, if the thruster pack was a piece of equipment, I would be fine with it.
Yeah, as long as it had limited uses, you could pick it up. I wouldn't care. Yeah.
Yeah, the grapple hook from Halo Infinite.
Even maybe Spartan abilities. If you could pick those up on the map or something, that might be neat. Like ground pound, you could pick that up.
You could pick that up, or the little dash thing. You could kind of pick up a little charge and then dash away.
Yeah.
And even the grapple hook. The grapple hook seems awesome. Non-rechargeable.
It would be really cool if that was equipment.
And that's what it's going to be in the multiplayer too.
Yeah.
And we are happy that Halo Infinite will have some equipment in it, like the wall and stuff like that. Which we can get back to that later because balancing is a little bit of an issue. But yeah, We just want the classic gameplay intact. That's what we want. We just need a good classic gameplay experience that
just why can't Halo go back to offering something unique?
The reason why
Halo used to offer such unique gameplay compared to the other shooters on the market.
Yeah, like I don't know why nowadays everything has to have sprint and clamber and all these
and ADS
FPS stuff.
Yeah,
like
the standard FPS mechanics.
Yeah, like people say, oh, it'll feel old when the most popular games out there are CSGO, Valorant, Overwatch, and tons of games that don't have sprint.
Yeah, and just don't have clamber and ADS and those sort of mechanics. Although Valorant has ADS, but not on all weapons.
But yeah, like there's so many games out there that don't feel old yet you can't sprint, and they're like, and even
And why does it not have to feel old? What's wrong with feeling old? If it feels old and that's good, like if it's good, who cares what it feels like?
Yeah, if it plays well, then yeah, that's good. And yeah, as we said, art style is important, but also we're gonna move on to the story.
That's the second most important thing. It's the story.
The
it has
story
to
has
feel
not been good
authentic
recently.
to Halo.
Yeah, the story recently has not been good.
Yeah,
it just hasn't. I'm sorry.
Halo 4, people like it. We don't.
We don't think it's true to Halo.
It's just so weird, and even as not even a part of Halo, it's still not good in our opinion.
Yeah. And when we watch anime, saying something is weird, we mean that it's awkward for, like, Halo.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the tone or the style of the franchise.
Like romance?
Because, like, I don't care if something's weird in the sense of just being abnormal, but by weird we mean untrue to the franchise.
Which Halo 4 was. Halo 5 is just, it's weirdly bad.
Yeah.
It's Halo 5 is just awful. Its story is garbage. Honestly, I kind of think that the art style and the story kind of connect. Like they're both weird. Like the art style, the new art style and the story are both weird, and like they added tons of lore about the Prometheans and stuff. Which I mean, some of that Promethean lore is cool, but like sometimes like I don't really need all that lore. Like I don't need like to know that the humans were super far advanced in technology and then they were reverted back into cavemen and then it's blah blah blah. It's like I don't really need to know that. Like that doesn't feel like super Halo.
It's part. I think this story and the art style kind of do go together. It's like the story should feel authentic to reality as well, because the Halo old stories, even though they were silly and not super realistic, they felt real. That's what mattered. Yeah. They felt like in 2552, something like this really could happen.
Yeah.
But when I watch Halo 4, I'm like, no, there's no explanation for why those... When I watch Halo 4... When I play Halo 4, there's no explanation that makes sense for why those little bits are floating around the didact. Or why he has force powers. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and this also is like, this also ties in with like the art style, the story is like Halo used to be a mil sim.
Yeah, it used to feel gritty. It used to feel like it could exist.
Yeah, sorry, not mil sim. Sorry, it
used to have a military
sci-fi
style.
military.
Yeah,
yeah, like the BR the BR didn't have like a hollow scope that when you zoomed in, holographic.
I'm not watching Tron. I'm playing Halo.
Yeah, I'm playing Halo. Like they just went full on future, and then they just like added holographic stuff and floaty bits.
It just became the generic style of every sci-fi. When people don't know, they can't imagine what the future is going to look like, so they're like see-through screens, floaty bits, blue neon lights,
orange neon lights.
Yeah, orange neon lights. This is the future. Oh, everything's shiny and clean and perfect. And it looks like a set.
Yeah, it looks fake. But no, Halo wasn't that. Halo used to be dark, and there was like the flood was everywhere, and the battle rifle and the AR had chip stuff in it, and like
it just felt way more realistic, way more militaristic.
The ODSTs felt like soldiers as well, like in Halo 3 ODST and in Halo Reach, like getting orders from certain people, and like DOT and like certain AI felt more realistic than going on like an AI uprising, which again, that's super generic.
It's really silly and generic.
Like, yeah, that's like the most generic story for a futuristic plot.
Even as a self-contained plot, it's just ridiculous. In the first one, aka Halo 4, Cortana dies, and then she just comes back in the second one, but now she's the bad guy. It's a mess.
Yeah, and while we do like the Banished, we're still talking about we do like the Banished. The Banished are cool, and we do think that it is kind of returning to form.
Uh-huh.
And the writing is definitely better than Halo 5 from what we've seen in Halo Infinite. It still isn't like the full-on like Halo that we want. Like it feels like they're trying to redo everything, and but introduce, but still keep some aspect of the old stuff.
And also, as a part of the story, complex characters, interesting characters, just characters that you like. That's what we need. And it seems like Halo Infinite will have that with the dude, the pilot, the beard guy,
the pilot.
Yeah, pilot, whatever.
It seems like he'll be good. And then
and you might be like, but Halo 4 Master Chief was a complex character. No, he wasn't. He was so one-dimensional.
He was just like
Master Chief in the Fall of Reach book. That's a complex character. He's complex, but in Halo 4, no, not at all. He's just
like sad that Cortana's dead.
Yeah,
that's just who he is. Chief is just sad. Which, I mean, sure, like that is neat to get some emotion, but then again, returning to the Bungie style. Yeah, returning to the Bungie style games, it didn't really focus too much on like Chief as a character.
And even then, I wouldn't care if Chief was a character. I think it could be good. It's just that it wasn't good. That's that's the reality.
Yeah, it's just in Halo 4 is way too sudden.
If it was like in the Fall of Reach, that might work, but the other Halo games haven't really established that Master Chief could be a character, so it would take a while to ease the audience into accepting that.
Yeah. Another thing, going back to the gameplay, is that the AI and like the enemies were actually really, really good when nowadays they're not as good.
Yeah.
And again, Halo Infinite seems to be returning to form, but it still doesn't seem like it's fully returning to form with some of the weird things here and there with hit markers and stuff. But the AI used to actually be really great in the older Halo games. Like replaying Halo 4, that AI is so garbage. Like the AI in the old Halo games used to react, and like they gave off signals for when they would do certain attacks. Like grunts would yell like "Oh, duck" when they would throw a grenade or something like that, and elites would like when their shields get broken, they like rah, and then like they everything was super telegraphed, and the elites would roll out of the way and stuff like that. The AI used to be really, really good, but Halo 4's AI and the Prometheans and all that stuff, they're not fun to fight.
Yeah, not at all.
Mm-hmm. And then Halo 5, I haven't played Halo 5. What are Halo 5?
It's a little bit better, but it's still not that great.
And it's still like, because of the
enemies have insane tracking too.
Yeah, and even though we did say that the art style wasn't super important, it still feels really weird, like not fighting the Covenant. Like I don't feel like I'm fighting the Covenant or like anything from the old Halo games.
It doesn't feel like the same universe.
No, it just feels like a completely different universe. And with Halo Infinite going open world, that just makes it even worse, honestly.
But even though it sounds like our art style is important to us, even if the gameplay was what we wanted and the art style didn't change, I would be happy.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. Like Halo Infinite going open world and still having sprint and all that stuff, and like it's just really disappointing because again, they're trying to appeal to both fans when like they're not
going to appeal to any of them.
No, I feel like they're just
creating a mediocre game.
Yeah, in the middle. And I said like open world, we really don't think Halo should go super open world. No. Like, side quests don't fit in Halo. Currency upgrades. Like, are you serious?
But hopefully, I think it might be confined to, like, one mission or something. It could work.
Throughout, like, more interviews with, like, developers and stuff, they're talking about how it's going to, like, how linear it actually is instead of, like, being fully open world with tons of side quests and stuff. But what it really comes down to is the gameplay and just the lack of the classic Bungie gameplay, which I know it sounds like we're being like, oh, Bungie did everything right, 343 sucks and stuff like that.
But we're going to be coming out with a video at some point. I don't know if it already came out, about Halo 3 and some of the issues with that game.
Yeah, but there is some hope at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, the MCC, it seems like they might actually fix the MCC. They might fix the game that people have been saying they fixed.
They're adding skins to Halo 3. They're adding a Halo 3 ODST
and they're fixing the Halo 3 netcode.
They're fixing the netcode.
They're adding a customs browser.
They're going to add tons of more stuff in the future.
Assuming these things actually work, It would be awesome, and the MCC might finally become the game we all hoped it would be in 2014.
And like the MCC is still like, even though there are tons of issues, it's still really great to hop on now and like play the whole Halo games. It's not like because these new Halo games are bad, we have to abandon the old ones. No, we could revisit the old ones and stuff. So there is some hope at the end of the tunnel, even though we sound all sad.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. It was epic being in the video, and
it was sad.
Sad.
We're making this video after the Attack on Titan video.
We're
we're mega
this
sad.
room is filled with. We can feel the aura of hate from the Attack on Titan video.
Rage, disappointment, despair, just everything.
Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed. As I said, please like and subscribe if you thought it was a good video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.